Today, we're talking about Sydney's road to 2 million. Why Domain is forecasting the median house price heading towards a new psychological record, and what that means if you're buying, upgrading, or investing for retirement. Sydney doesn't move in small numbers. It moves in milestones. 1 million, 1.5, and now 2 million. Not as a headline, as a psychological line. That changes behavior. Because once a city believes 2 million is normal, buyers stretch, sellers hold, and the whole market replaces its expectations. Today, we're talking about Sydney's road to 2 million. Why Domain is forecasting the median house price heading towards a new psychological record, and what that means if you're buying, upgrading, or investing for retirement. If you've been enjoying this series, hit like and subscribe, because the goal here is simple: less noise, more clarity. Now, let's anchor the starting point. In the Domain House Price Report last September 2025, Sydney's median house price hit 1.751 million. That was a 3.4% jump in a single quarter, or 60 grand in 3 months. And annual growth lifted to 6.3%. That's 104,130 in 1 year. So Sydney wasn't drifting, it was accelerating. Now here's the line most people should read twice. Domain said it will take a further 14.2 rise, or 250k, to hit 2 million. That's the road, not a decade array. A realistic path if momentum stays strong. Now let's talk forecasts, because this is where the psychological record becomes real. In Domain's own reporting on its forecast report, they calculated Sydney's median could reach 1.924 million by the end of 2026. That's a shiver under 2 million. And they describe Sydney's house prices rising 10% over 2025 and 2026 financial year, with strong growth front-loaded into the early part of 2026. ABC also summarized Domain's forecast as a 7% rise to about 1.83 mil by June 2026. Different time markers, same message. Sydney is being priced towards a milestone. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I already know Sydney's expensive. Sure, but this matters because milestones change directions. A 1.75 million market feels big in Sydney. A 2 million market feels like the new Sydney. And the new Sydney creates big 3 effects that show up fast. Here's the first effect. People stop waiting because the fear shifts. What if it drops? What if it runs? That's when urgency beats caution. Here's the second effect. Sellers get stubborn. Domain's forecast story quoted agents saying listings are low and demand is strong, with buyers pushed upward through all levels of the market. When sellers believe a record is coming, they don't discount, they delay. The third effect, the market splits. Great homes become auctions with crowds. Average homes still sell, but take a little bit longer, and more negotiation happens. That's how a city can feel hot and slow at the exact same time. Now, why is Sydney even on this road? There's 3 drivers, all simple. Driver 1, rates and borrowing power. Rates fall. Even small shifts change what buyers can bid. And Sydney reacts faster because the buyer pool is deeper at the top end. Here's driver 2. Demand is layered. This isn't one group buying Sydney. It's first home buyers pushing the floor. It's upgraders pushing the middle. It's established households with equity pushing the top. And when those layers all move together, prices don't politely pause. And here's driver 3. Supply is still thin. Domain's forecast coverage talked repeatedly about a shortage of listings and undersupply. Sydney doesn't need a million buyers. It just needs not enough homes for the buyers who exist. Now, let's bring this to your world, because if you're a doctor, a lawyer, executive, or business owner, the question is, what do I do with this information without getting emotional? So let's break it down by 3 life stages that I see constantly. Stage 1, you're upgrading and you already own. You've got equity. And if you're deciding whether to move now or wait and see in a market driving towards a round number milestone, waiting can be expensive because the upgrade gap often widens with the market. If your current home rises, the next home usually rises too. But the premium segment can rise even faster because scarcity is sharper. So the right move isn't rushing, it's sequencing. Know your sell range, know your buy range, know your timeline, because in milestone markets, the best homes don't wait for your calendar. Number 2, You're buying your first Sydney home later than you planned. Your income is strong, but your time is limited. The risk here is simple. You'll end up paying the busy tax forever. You'll buy the wrong thing because it was easy, or you'll overpay because you want certainty. In a city heading towards a psychological record, that's how good incomes turn into bad purchases. So your edge has to be process, finance ready, criteria tight, and suburb logic clear. And there's one rule you just cannot break. You don't bid emotionally just to be done. And life stage 3, you're investing for retirement. You're not chasing hype. You want stable demand, strong long-run fundamentals, and an asset you can hold without the drama. A 2 million Sydney changes your options because it pushes more households into apartments and townhouses. That's where we're heading. And if the rental demand's deep in the right locations, it will also get harder to invest, but it also changes your risk. The wrong Sydney investment can be a cash flow grind with poor growth. And the right Sydney investment can be surprisingly resilient because scarcity is real. So again, precision matters more than ever. Now, here's the part most people will miss. This 2 million road doesn't mean Sydney becomes unaffordable overnight. Sydney already is for many people. What it means is the psychology shifts, and psychology moves faster than supply. Once buyers accept new numbers, the market starts pricing as if those numbers are normal. That's why records matter. They don't just report reality, they shape it. Now, I want to give you a calm framework to operate in Sydney as it approaches this milestone. 3 filters, no fluff. Filter number 1, don't buy a suburb, buy a lifestyle pattern. Commutes, schools, hospitals, transports, walkability, these are super important. Sydney's premiums stick where life is easy. Think about that. Filter 2, don't confuse price with quality. In milestone markets, people overpay for renovation photos, trendy streets, and the fear of missing out, which is the biggest one. But long-term performance comes from the fundamentals, not the Instagram kitchens. And filter number 3, be honest about time. If you're time poor, you need a plan. It's as simple as that. That makes decisions easier. Not more browsing, catalog shopping, not more tabs, not more opinions. You just need a plan. Now, one more detail from Domain that actually matters. In their September 2025 report, they also showed the gap between Sydney houses and units widened to a record of 108%, meaning a house costs more than double a unit. That's very important because as houses march upwards, more demand spills into units, townhouses and villas in good pockets. So the 2 million road doesn't only affect houses, it reshapes the whole ladder. Now, does this mean you should go panic buy? No, but it does mean you shouldn't drift. Because drift is how high-income households get stuck paying the highest prices. The goal isn't to beat the market. The goal is to buy the right asset at a fair price with a structure that you can live with. So here's a takeaway. Sydney's median house price was 1.75 million as of September 2025. Domain says another 14.2% takes that to 2 million. And Domain's forecasting work puts the median to around 1.924 million by the end of 2026. Again, a shiver under the psychological record. So this isn't a future headline, it's a path. The market is already walking. If you want help navigating Sydney with a clear plan, whether you're upgrading, buying your first home, or building a retirement-focused property strategy, book a call with a Liberty buyer's agent. We'll map your budget, your borrowing comfort, and the locations where demand is durable and supply is constrained, so you can move with clarity, not emotion. The link to book is in the description, and if you want the next breakdown, subscribe, because milestone markets reward planning, not guessing.